The first filter we're going to go over in today's snipe filter video is the Ruby Wild Gems cheapest filter. Literally just got a snipe as we were getting this going. Love to see it, man. For this filter, you want to put your color to Ruby, put your theme to Wild Gems, and you scroll your maximum buyout up until you find the cheapest Ruby Wild Gems on your console, which on PlayStation is around 16,000 MT, man. If they're going to keep popping up, I'm going to keep buying them, man. Prices are going up. Earlier when I was first just writing down all the filters I was going to do, this was at like 16,000. So I'm going to keep refreshing here. You want to find the cheapest price. How high did they go, man? Let's get another one to pop up for under 10. 17,500 is the cheapest right now on PlayStation. So you want to scroll on the cheapest Ruby, because obviously you got Steve Nash, Tristan Thompson, I think, is the other. There's a couple for the lock-in cards, which obviously sell for a lot more than 17,000 MT here. So scroll with the cheapest one up, just like this. You're looking to grab any of these cheaper Ruby Wild Gems players for I'd say 12k and below, like 5,000 MT cheaper than the cheapest one. Then if you get Steve Nash, just go through the Wild Gems lock-ins. I haven't looked at them in like a week, so I can't exactly remember who all the expensive ones are. But if you just go here, my collection Wild Gems, you've got this exchange. You have Ruby Kenny Thomas, Ruby Bo Outlaw. Those ones pop up, they're gonna be more money. And then the next one over here, the Wild Gems exchange, Steve Nash is expensive. Mario Ellie, forgot about Mario Ellie. So really good option, man. Snipe any of those that pop up. I mean, you can also do, Sapphire Wild Gems. They're like 6,000 MT. Really good filters. We do have the Amethyst Wild Gems we're going over here in a second. But definitely spend some time on these filters. It is Wild Gem Super Pack Day, so hopefully we get a lot of snipes on here popping up like crazy. The next filter that we're going to go over is the Amethyst Wild Gems cheapest filter. For this, you want to put your color to Amethyst, put your theme to Wild Gems, and the cheapest ones on PlayStation right now are way up in price, selling for about 47,000 MT, which makes this filter even better than it already has been, man, because even if someone throws this up for 38k, which a few days ago was the cheapest price for these, so if somebody's ripping these packs today and just assuming that they're still the same price as Friday, for example, you're gonna be able to get snipe after snipe after snipe, and they've been popping up a good bit for under 35,000 MT and below. Really good option. You do want to scroll on this filter as well, which just means where you have the cheapest one card up instead of working a buyout. I'm gonna try and explain this quickly because somebody asked, man. So two ways to work snipe filters is, set the theme, set the color, find the cheapest price, and then say, okay, 46,000 I can sell it for. So that means I need to snipe them for 40,000 MT and below, so that way I make profit, because there's always a 10% tax. So you could lower your max buyout to 40k and just refresh on a no scroll, no cards up, refresh here. Anything that pops up, it's profit, as long as you can sell it for 47,000, 46,000, whatever. That is one way to work filters, which is fine. I prefer to scroll, and the reason you want to scroll when there's filters that have more expensive cards on it is because if you have your buyout here at 40,000, and let's say a DeAndre Ayton who sells for 100,000 MT pops up for 42,000, you won't see it. You're not going to see it because your max buyout's at 40,000. But 42k DeAndre Ayton is still a huge snipe. So if you scroll, you have one card up, and then you'll be able to see any of the more expensive cards when they pop up for around the cheapest pricing. So definitely better to scroll. Snag any of these amethysts, I would say, for like 38k and below, just to make sure that they don't drop back down in price a little bit, and then resell them for profit. And then obviously any of the expensive Lou Dort, any of those lock-in cards pop up, pick them up as quick as possible, man. Lots of more expensive amethysts that you can grab on this filter. The next filter that we're going to go over is the diamond cheapest filter. For this, you want to put your color to diamond, raise your max buyout up till you're scrolling on the cheapest one diamond on your console. On PlayStation right now, they're selling for like 41,000 MT. We've got this 39k Arquique that just popped up a few minutes ago. I actually sold back, or I'm in the process of selling all of my diamond WNBA player enabled for diamond cheapest enabled, because the prices have gone way up on all these cards, man. Being able to work this filter without enabling anything at 39,000 or 40,000 is a huge dub, so you guys could do the same. Or not, but enabling, no need to work diamond cheapest enabled right now unless you're gonna buy a bunch of the cheapest wild gems players as well, because otherwise scrolling at 42,000, 41,950 or scrolling at 42,000 doesn't make much difference at all. So looking to grab any expensive diamond that can pop up. Obviously there's tons of them, Raja Bell, yada 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 yada. And then any of these cheaper diamonds, I would say to grab them for about 8,000 MT, cheaper than the cheapest one. So if you sell for 40, I'm looking to grab anything at all that pops up for 32,000 MT and below on PlayStation, man. Really good filter today. I love that they're up in price, so spend some time on here and hopefully you snag something crazy. The next filter that we're going to go over is the amethyst cheapest filter. For this, you just want to put your color to amethyst. Cheapest amies in the game on PlayStation are selling for 9,000 MT. We know we got wild gems amies, and there's just tons of amethysts that sell for way more than 9,000 MT, so you definitely want to scroll on this filter as well. A little bit more lesson on scrolling. If there's 3 cards up for the same price like there is right now, you don't want to have to scroll through 3 cards. That's too much. Scrolling through 1, 2 at the max is about all you ever want to do on a scroll. Luckily this just changed. Now we can scroll on this card, but if there's 3 up and the cheapest are all 9,000, just put your maximum about 50 MT cheaper than the cheapest one, so that way you're not scrolling through 3 and you still have a high chance of seeing any of the more expensive cards if they pop up. For this filter, I would say grab any of these cheaper amethysts, which there's actually quite a few of them now. Some of the NBA players are cheaper. I would say to grab them for 5,000 MT cheaper. 5k and below is what I'm trying to say. I'm throwing myself off. I would grab them for 5k and below, so about 4,000 MT cheaper. So just kind of monitor who all these real cheapo depot amethysts are, but you're looking for literally any wild gems amethyst, any of the like game on amethysts, even Kate Martin is more expensive. So lots of cards that pop up on here. Any of those pop up, buy them on the scroll you're working, and then the cheap ones, like I said, grab them for 5,000 MT and below and resell them for profit. The next filter that we're going to go over is the Ruby Series 1 cheapest filter. For this, you want to put your color to Ruby, put your theme to Series 1, and you're going to raise your maximum buyout up till you find the cheapest one, which on PlayStation right now is selling for about 17,000 MT. You've got some more expensive rubies on here that can pop up, like Curry and Wemby, and I mean Giannis is probably 25,000, which would be profit. You're looking to grab anybody for 10k and below. Give yourself lots of room for profit on this filter, because as you see, this card's been up for a couple thousand and cheaper than the cheapest one for a whole hour and has not sold yet. Still a great option, man. You got to spend time on here. You get cards to pop up for way too cheap, 2,000 MT, 3,000 MT all the time. I don't think the series ones are in packs today, but it still is a filter to be working, man. If the wild gems are dry for you, or everybody's comp, you keep missing cards, work this one, man. It gets slept on all the time, and you can just snag crazy snipes on here, man. I love this filter, so spend some time on it. The next filter that we're gonna go over is the max bid filter, the 500 max bid filter. For this, no color, no theme, no nothing. You want to put your maximum bid to 500. PlayStation has the minimum buyout really low right now, but typically you want to raise your minimum buyout up to 100,000 if you're on a different console, so that way you're working on a little as scroll as possible. If it's a no scroll like it is right now on PlayStation, you want to lower your minimum buyout as low as you possibly can, so that way you can have a better chance of seeing more cards. Like I said, PlayStation right now has this set really low. We can scroll all the way down to about 48,400. It was even lower a few minutes ago, 48,300, whatever I just said, 400. And we're on a 1 scroll Maurice Cheeks refresh like this, man. You're looking to grab any card on here, man. Any pink diamond for any price should be profit. Any of the lock-in expensive cards, Raja Bell, any of the diamonds, you can see those. Mario Ellie, I mean, there's so many options you can pop up on here. And then also just depending on the price point, so we can see cards all the way for 48,000. So if a Jason Richardson pops up, Diamond Jason Richardson pops up for 50k, guess what? I'm gonna buy it and resell it even if he only goes for 100k. So you just gotta know the price point, know what price they actually popped up for. Filter can be an easy way to lose MT on this one if you're not certain your pricing, because you'll just see any card and so just be careful on this filter is all I'm saying. Just because a card pops up, you might buy it and then there might be 3 of them for sale for 20,000 MT cheaper than the one that you bought. So just make sure you know the price on the cards you're picking up. Grab any card that sells for over 120k or any card that, you know, is profit at the price it pops up for. It's like the enabled all filter, you just don't have to buy any of the cards, so it's a really good high-end option. Another high-end option for you guys is the power forward diamond filter. For this, you want to put your position to power forward, put your color to diamond, and you're going to raise your minimum buyout up to 100,000 MT. You're going to search and scroll through the filter, looking for any card that pops up on here that sells for over 120,000 MT. But you got a couple of the lock-in cards, you got a couple other wild gems players that are just expensive because they're good. Decent high-end option for you guys if you're looking to snipe high-end players. Again, I say this all the time. Right now at this point of the year, you're gonna make, if your goal is just MT per hour, you're gonna make more MT working other just budget filters as opposed to trying to get high-end snipes right now. Obviously if you get lucky and you just bank something crazy in 30 minutes, you're gonna make more MT that way. But if you're spending hours sniping and you just want MT, working budget like wild gems, amethyst is gonna make you more MT in the long run. So keep that in mind. But I know a lot of people only like high-end snipes, so I always try to put a couple of these in here for you, and this is a decent option. And the last filter we're gonna go over is the pink diamond filter. For this, you want to put your color to pink diamond, put your minimum buyout to 500, and refresh, man. I personally am grabbing anything that pops up, man. Any pink diamond, I'm over it. We got enough MT. If we lose the 10k, it's not the end of the world. I'm pretty sure every pink diamond is now rared out enough where they're all selling for profit, even the WNBA players. I haven't been too crazy at monitoring these pink diamonds pricing, so you probably know better than I do, but I do believe all the WNBA players are profit, which means everybody on this filter that pops up is profit. If you know one of the WNBA players, oh, Cameron Brink sells for 110,000 every time, then don't grab her. I know that's not a bad example. She usually sells for 150, but you get what I'm saying, man. Snipe anything that pops up, post yours for 100,000 bid, and just stack profit, man. Lots of pink diamonds, they've been popping up a little bit, so hopefully you get the next one, man. That's it for the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it, man. If you did, smash the like button for me, I would appreciate it. If you guys want to see the crazy challenge we did sniping wild gems amethyst, click the video that's popping up on screen. Jay Grinds out.